I'm a very proud person, but I'm not really vain. So I'm going to try a different approach. Anyway, I guess I'll start off by saying this. I'm getting used to talking into a camera. It is tough. It is tough for me. Uh, I'm more of an in-person person. Um, I'm more of an old-fashioned person. And I'm used to talking to people in person. But I feel like I might as well state the obvious here and bring this up. I think that, how to put it? I think that women have made up power. I feel like women have made up power. Um, this is why I say this, and I'm speaking from experience. I'm gonna just talk about me. So, did pretty well in high school. Check. Went into the Air Force. Check. Got done with that. Went to college. Graduated 2 degrees. Check. Um, Started a career. And something really interesting happened during my career. Um, I noticed as a woman who was dating a man, things got real weird. Things got real weird real fast. I'm gonna tell you why I got weird. I was making a lot of income. He was making a lot of income. But when it came to us starting a life together, I say, that became a problem. The reason why that became the problem is because I had to be submissive. That was weird for me. Reason why it was weird for me was that meant everything that I ever worked for. It's kind of like getting on a roller coaster and you getting up there when you about to go down, whatever. And it's literally like that, career wise. Now, I understand there are a lot of women that, when they get married and all that good stuff, they still have their career going. But for the type of mother and wife that I wanted to be, it just didn't make sense, right? So this is what I'm getting at. This whole desire to be they say a traditional wife. Where does having a guns a-blazing career fit into that? And I'm not asking that question to be funny. I'm not asking that question to be funny at all. I am very serious about that question because this is what I found. We got married, and then I started my career. Well, it's interesting. I actually see being a wife as a form of a career. That's a different story. But anyway, I stopped my career because I had to think, how can I be effective as a wife? And at the time, I was a truck driver, loved driving trucks. Not to say women who are truck drivers aren't good wives, but for me, I wanted to be everything to my husband. So when he get home from work, I wanted to be the one to take the stress off of him. I wanted to be the one cooking his meals, washing his clothes, things like that. These are things that I wanted to do. But one thing I found with having a career and being a wife was that there's only 24 hours in a day. So this is how my day would go. Sometimes I would work 13, 16 hours. One time I had to work, it ended up being like a 20-hour day. Another story for a different time. Trucking gets like that. And let's say for my 13-hour days, I come home and I still need to cook. I still need to do laundry. I still need to pack lunches. And my husband just kept saying, why don't you just forget the job thing? Yeah, we're legally officially married. Like, what are you doing, right? So I'm like, okay. I hear him. It just kind of sounds like husband mumbo jumbo. We're kind of newlywed, so I expect for him to be like, I'm the man or whatever. Anyway, one day I was packing lunches and I wasn't gonna finish packing a lunch in time, and a maintenance man came in. We were living in our apartment. My husband and I, we had to go to work, and I remember telling my husband, get in here and help me pack these lunches. And he's in there packing food or whatever. And I'm usually the kitchen. I'm the kitchen person. I know my way around the kitchen. My husband, he will work all day long. Put him in that kitchen. He does make some masterpieces, but sometimes things are, a little shady in the kitchen when he in there. But anyway, he a working man. So I was thinking about it. The maintenance man, he was watching me and he was like, yeah, y'all do everything in this apartment. And it just never really clicked until I'm coming out of the house, and I thought about it and I was like, dang, that time I spent getting ready for work, I could have sent him on his way, my husband on his way. The maintenance man, there were things I needed for him to look at, and I didn't have time to tell him exactly what to look at. My husband and I were both going to work. And there was something really specific that I needed the maintenance man to look at. And then it had me thinking, I'm on my way to work, my husband on his way to work, and I thought about it. I was like, how does this even make sense? So let's go back. I got all these credentials, I got all this education, I got all this privilege, but my husband and I have no time for each other. All we're doing is working. Things need to be done at home. We get off of work. As a woman, I feel strange when I come home and I know there are things that need to be done, but I didn't get around to them because I was working. So that's just a thought. I don't know. Figured I'd bring that up.